Hello everybody, this is Goji73 here with some news. Today's update is regarding progress on a subject everybody has been asking me about for quite a while now. I am of course referring to my fan series, Godzilla and His Amazing Friends. Many people have been asking me where and when the next episode will be, as well as what progress is on the special I announced last year, Gathering of the Kings. Well, to officially answer the first question, Episode 17, entitled Battle of the Brothers, will debut at GFest 23 this year in Chicago, which I will be attending, as well as for those of you who are coming. Hopefully, my next episode will take place during the convention's annual film festival like it has been for the past few years now. No, I don't mean the amateur video contest, that's something different, just for those of you who are confused between the two. The episode is still currently in its third phase, which is the photoshopping phase of it, but only 40 to 50 photos are left to edit in Photoshop in general, so at this point it's just a matter of when I'll export the last few photos of the episode before I move on to the last phase to put the whole episode together. So again, for those of you who are coming to this year's G-Fest, look forward to viewing the episode there first, and then once the convention's over, I'll upload the episode onto YouTube, like I usually do. Now, unfortunately, as far as progress goes on Gathering of the Kings, there's some bad news to reveal for that. The special is still in its second phase, which is the photo-taking phase of it. And as of this current update I'm doing right now, it's only just starting the climax. When I can finish it, I'm sorry to say that it's unknown at this time. In addition to working on episode 17, Gathering of the Kings has sort of slowed down considerably in progress, and I haven't been keeping track of it as much as the main series episode. I will say this though, it is really, really big. Bigger than all the other episodes I've done so far, so that's also could explain why it's taking so long to get done. But more importantly, I mentioned G-Fest earlier in regards to what the HAPS is on the main series, which I should also note that in a few years, G-Fest will be celebrating its 25th anniversary in 2018. To celebrate the occasion, when it comes of course, I plan on making another special of Gina's Amazing Friends to commemorate the occasion, since I've been going to G-Fest for nearly 12 consecutive years now, and I feel it's only necessary to commemorate the occasion, as well as to celebrate how awesome G-Fest is. Sadly, because of how slowly it's been moving though, it is my solemn duty to inform all of you that Gathering of the Kings is hereby in development hell. Even in the event that I finish photo-taking it, which I still need to, it's pretty much on the back burner until further notice. So, I'm very sorry guys, but it's just gotten so big that I can't really get it done or quick enough as I thought I could. Now, what does this mean for the series? It means a few different things. First and foremost, episode 17 will be released like normal, but afterwards I plan on beginning progress on the G-Fest special once episode 17 is done. This may take a considerable amount of time because the special itself is still in its writing phase, and much like Gathering of the Kings, it is currently stuck on its climax. It's just a matter of how well I can finish writing it. When the G-Fest special is done, I plan on having it debut at G-Fest's 25th anniversary in 2018. After that, then the series will resume syndication with episode 18 going into production shortly after, and so on and so on and so forth with the rest of the series. What will become of Gathering of the Kings? Well, as it currently stands, Season 2 is split up into 3 arcs. Episode 17 will serve as the end of the first arc that Season 2 has put up, and episodes 18 through 21 will be the second arc. Currently, I hope to have Gathering of the Kings resume work after episode 21 is completed. So, there you have it. Episode 17, the G-Fest special, and the series goes back to normal once those 2 episodes I just mentioned are done, and then, hopefully, I'll have the motivation to do Gathering of the Kings again. Now, unfortunately, I must also point out the elephant in the room. Why is Godzilla and His Amazing Friends, as well as every other project I've been meaning to do, such as reviews and parodies, been going so slowly right now? Well, to be perfectly honest with everybody here, it's a number of things going on in my personal life right now. The biggest one is a general lack of motivation. That, and coupled with other real-life issues that brought it on, such as moving to a new shift at my job, causing me to become nigh insomniac, which in turn is starting to negatively affect my personal appearance and health to the point of me becoming a nervous mess, which is also negatively affecting my personal appearance and health. That, and perhaps most of all, a member of my family died not too long ago, back in February. Our family dog. I've sort of been repressing these problems with no success at all. With all this going on, Godzilla and His Amazing Friends is still a one-man show, and as a result, it's been suffering heavily from these problems affecting me too much. However, if there is any silver lining to anything that has been going on recently, it is this. Not too long ago, back in January, I met fellow fan and YouTube kaiju celebrity GahAF1993. He told me he was a big fan of me and my series, and he recommended something of interest to me. Patreon. Lately I've been considering on getting an account on there to further help me with my series, much like how he has been doing with his own series, Kaiju Fantasy Battles Reignited, and I haven't had a lot of time to talk to him on the subject of using Patreon, but from what he's told me about how the process works, it's something I've been considering on doing, thanks to what he had to say about it. So once I can get the time to actually sit down, talk, and think about it some more, which I haven't been able to do for months now, it may be something I'll have to announce later on once I can get to it, so look forward to that very soon. Additionally, I have also been contemplating on doing something completely new and different with Godzilla and His Amazing Friends, using 3D animation software to put the series together. I am of course referring to programs such as MMD, Gary's Mod, and Source Filmmaker. After viewing what my other friends and fellow fans such as Azusa Productions and Melvin Independent Media has done with MMD so far, I'm rather curious to try my hand at that software, and if it's as simple or easy to understand as I hope it is, I might possibly switch the series' format from using figures to using 3D models for the rest of the series, or just an episode here and there. Now this transaction may or may not happen due to a few deciding factors. 1. If all the necessary monsters, like the main cast, is available to download, and 2. If anyone who is proficient in either MMD or 3D model making in general would be willing to make me models of the planned monsters who are set to appear in the series later on. If I can procure either of those two vital elements, if I am to use MMD for the series, then the series may go full transition into MMD. But as it currently stands, some monsters I need don't exist, and I don't believe I can find anyone who'd be willing to make certain monsters from scratch for me, as I'm not familiar with 3D modeling. But anyways, that's just an idea I'm currently throwing out there for anybody who is proficient in that software and might be willing to help me. With that all being said, that just about sums up this update. Again, I'm very, very sorry that the series has been so quiet, as well as going so slowly, and most importantly that Gathering of the Kings has been getting the axe indefinitely. And I say that because I actually had one talented artist come on board to make some cover art for that particular episode, and I'm really sad to mention that because I'm pretty much shutting down his operation when I mention it. So to that particular artist out there, I'm very sorry that I had to come out and openly admit that after all the hard work you put into it, so I'm very sorry. But rest assured though, the series is still alive and still being worked on. All I just ask for in return is just a bit of patience and understanding from everybody as to why it's been moving the way it has been. Sooner or later, speed will pick back up on it. And should I take GojiFan1993's advice and get a Patreon account, another video will be posted soon explaining that. Until then though, look forward to episode 17 debuting in July, and until then, I'll see you all later.